Hello, you are watching Shalom World News. I'm Rory McLennan coming to you from Glasgow, Scotland. Here are the latest headlines from around the world. A bill supporting euthanasia in the Australian state of South Australia has overcome another legislative hurdle, with the Upper House waving the bill through its second reading. The vote on the legislation, sponsored by Labour lawmaker Kaya Maher and Deputy Opposition Leader Susan Close, is slated for May the 5th after being sent for a committee review. Treasurer Rob Lucas, who has been opposing euthanasia since the 1980s, said his views were a minority in the Upper House. On the other hand, Human Rights Minister Tara Cheyne said she might go to the UN in case the federal government does not act to reinstate the right of territories to legislate on euthanasia. She said that in spite of personal views, there should be no controversy regarding allowing each territory to legislate on the issue. In yet another victory for those supporting the sanctity of life, the Senate of the US state of Texas has passed 6 pro-life bills, which include one that prohibits abortion after the 6th week of pregnancy, and another that bans it outright in case the Supreme Court reverses the abortion precedent. Senate Bill 8, which is also known as the Heartbeat Bill, bans abortion in cases where a fetal heartbeat is detected. In Texas, abortion is permitted until the 20th week of pregnancy, unless there are severe abnormalities to the fetus or a risk to the mother's health. The bill, named SB 1173, eliminates the fetal abnormality exception. Although the African nation of Mozambique has been in the spotlight following the recent massacre of innocent people by Islamic militants, the violence in the country, which has been going on for some years, has largely been unnoticed. That is according to a Catholic charity and peace organisation which is working in the former Portuguese colony. Johan Viljoen, who heads the Dennis Hurley Peace Institute, which is an entity of the Southern African Catholic Bishops' Conference, said footage and pictures coming in from the recent massacre in Palma are horrifying. He said the situation in Mozambique is no different from Iraq, although the world has been silent about it, adding that more than 3,000 innocent lives have been lost so far in the violence. A Catholic bishop of Nigeria has expressed anguish over the deteriorating state of affairs in the country. In his Easter message, Bishop Matthew Hassan Kukah of the diocese of Sokoto in the northern part of Nigeria has expressed fears as to whether what he termed the nation's glory is about to vanish. The bishop says the present predicament of the country reminds him of Israel's defeat at the hands of the Philistines. Nigeria has been ravaged by attacks carried out by Boko Haram militants, kidnappings, as well as armed robbery. The prelate said in his message that the country has become a massive killing field. He says while the people are neck deep in desperation, fear and hopelessness, the government is nowhere to be seen. Bishop Kukah ends his message with a reminder that the hands of believers are stretched out in supplication with hope of triumph. The Archdiocese of Cincinnati, Ohio in the United States is in celebratory mode as it is commemorating its bicentennial anniversary in June. As a part of the celebration, the Archdiocese is planning to conduct a 33-day MARIAN pilgrimage, which is supposed to be the longest in the United States. The MARIAN pilgrimage covers more than 300 miles and will visit 33 parishes in every deanery. A special statue of Our Lady of Fatima, blessed by Archbishop Dennis Schnur, will accompany the pilgrimage. On June the 19th, which is the final day of the pilgrimage and which also commemorates the founding of the Archdiocese, the statue will reach the Cathedral Basilica of St. Peter in Chains, and Archbishop Schnur will preside over a reconsecration ceremony. Now from the Holy Land, the Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem, Pier Battista Pizzaballa, has exhorted believers to have faith in the risen Lord. Nothing is impossible for those who have faith, he said in his Easter message. He exhorts believers to bear witness with strength and conviction in a world wounded and exhausted by the pandemic and by so many situations of pain and death. He says the Church knows to bear witness with conviction and certainty that every death, every pain, every effort, every tear can be transformed into life. Pizzaballa, who belongs to the Order of Friars Minor, was serving as administrator of the Latin Patriarchate from 2016, and he was appointed Patriarch on November the 6th, 2020. Finally, in his message on what is known as the Monday of the Angel, Pope Francis has said Christians should never tire of seeking the risen Christ. While addressing the faithful from the Apostolic Palace Library during the Angelus, the Holy Father meditated on the divine intervention in Christ's resurrection. Referring to St. Matthew's Gospel, when an angel descended from heaven and rolled back the stone covering the tomb and sat on it, the Pope said it symbolised the victory of the Lord over evil. Inviting the attention of the faithful to the words of the angel, the Pope said that we should never tire of seeking the risen Christ, who gives life in abundance to those who meet him. And those are your latest headlines. Do join us again tomorrow. In the meantime, you can visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.